We are gathered here today to sip some tea, honey, so make sure you guys have your teacups ready because this tea is what? Piping hot. Hey, you guys, it's your girl T, and I hope everybody's doing good today. Make sure you guys have your teacups ready.
Get ready. Y'all get ready.
Yes, you get ready.
Because this tea is what? Piping hot. Hey, you guys. So anyways, I wanted to come on here and talk about the whole Jake Paul and FaZe Bank situation. Yes, I know I don't think I've ever talked about any of these gamers, YouTube vloggers, but it's just been a bunch of mess. And I've been wanting to talk about the whole Jake Paul situation for a while now. But, I've just, been holding back. So anyways, if you guys don't know, yesterday the Jake Paul is over party was trending all over Twitter. And it's just been nuts, the stuff that has been going on. For y'all who don't know who Jake Paul is, he's one of the most fastest subscribed YouTubers, okay? I found out about him from my 11-year-old because he subscribes to all of these people, from Jake Paul to H3H3 to FaZe Banks, and he's a huge gamer, so he's like involved in this entire community, and he's been keeping me up to speed. So anyhow, Jake Paul is a grown-ass man, which many in the media, for some strange reason, keep coining him a teenager or teen. But no, he's a 20-year-old man who does some of the most stupidest shit for views. He has no respect for himself. He has no respect for his neighbors. He literally has no respect for anybody. He's mainly worried about getting subscribers and getting a check, okay? And if he can do the most outlandish things on camera, that's what he'll do. He's done everything from straight up disrespect the local news when they came to confront him about his antics and how they were affecting his neighbors.
Tonight, residents in a West Hollywood neighborhood are angry. They say they've had enough of the chaos created by a social media star known for his crazy antics. That man, Jake Paul, has 8.5 million followers on YouTube.
His neighbors, though, say that he's been filming dangerous stunts and he's putting people in danger. Chris Wolf is live in West Hollywood tonight with a story you will see only here on 5. Chris?
That's right, Rick and MB. He is a social media megastar. His name is Jake Paul. We should note he has been a guest on the KTLA 5 morning show, but tonight we visited his West Hollywood neighborhood because of complaints from neighbors. This is a story you will see only on 5. Social media and internet sensation Jake Paul thrills his fans with wild stunts and antics. The 20-year-old Disney actor is a pop culture powerhouse with 8.5 million followers on Instagram and YouTube. He rents a large house in an upscale West Hollywood neighborhood, and this tight-knit community has become the new setting for many of his pranks and performances.
The neighbors hate me, but I'm still gonna flip and send it.
He apparently makes his address no secret, and that piece of information draws an endless stream of fans, mostly young girls, the day we visited, and their parents, to the property.
He's funny. Savage.
Savage?
Yeah.
A recent stunt involved tossing furniture into an empty pool and setting the pile on fire. Neighbors say flames eventually grew higher than the house, and as the pit was burning and smoking, they were fuming.
We used to be a really nice, quiet street, and now we're just this, war zone. We're families here, and we're more than happy to have them live here if they're respectful of their neighbors, but they're not.
But as neighbors living with this every day, we're fed up.
Look at him.
Shortly after we arrived, look who came out to greet us.
Jake, Channel 5.
Yeah, they're not subscribed. They're not subscribed.
Are we live? Hablamos español también. Oh, está bien. Te amo mucho.
Jake, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't crawl up there.
Why?
Okay, I just wouldn't do that. A lot of the neighbors are complaining. They're very upset.
No, why?
They say that you've created a living hell out here, that it's like a circus.
Yeah, it is.
All the fans.
I mean, but
the
people like
stunts,
going to circuses, right?
What do you say to the neighbors, though, that are upset? And they're really upset.
No, I honestly,
Can't beat them, join them.
no, I'm honestly, yeah, it's terrible. It's a bad situation. No, I feel bad for them, for sure. There's nothing we can do, though. The Jake Paulers are the strongest army out there. Dab.
I have one question for you.
Yeah?
What are those?
I guess he didn't like my shoes, but I don't think they're so bad. Neighbors I spoke with tell me next week they're going to have a special meeting with city leaders and police and code enforcement officials and so forth. Depending on what happens there, they will decide whether to file a class action public nuisance lawsuit against Jake Paul and the homeowner. We'll keep you posted. Live in West Hollywood, Chris Wolf, KTLA 5 News.
He also turned around and put our homie, Post Malone, he put his information all over the net. He basically went to Post Malone's house, supposedly to give him some t-shirts, but he made sure to show his license plates, his address, and just all types of just stupid shit.
No, we're good. Oh, that is so fucked.
Oh my God, he shows the house?
He showed the front of his house.
Wow.
Dude, that is insane. He showed, oh my God. Austin, Post Malone, texted me a couple of days ago and he's like, Jake Paul just showed up at my house. And I was like, how the fuck did that happen? And so Austin ordered Jake Paul merch, ironically, for a video we're going to make. And they took it very seriously. They missed the irony, which is fine because the tweet was pretty ambiguous. But the thing that was insane is that Jake Paul extracted his address from the merch company, which has got to be so illegal. He shows up at his house to hand deliver the merch. But here's the worst fucking part. He showed the front of his fucking house in his vlog. He filmed it and showed the front of his house.
Well, you know, I was thinking that maybe that wasn't quite legal.
You know, he's just really...
You know, this guy's an idiot. And a friend to the show, Keemstar from Drama Alert, he's interviewed Jake Paul a few times. And, you know, Jake Paul came on there to state his side of the story. And Keemstar definitely gave him the benefit of the doubt. But this new Jake Paul allegation, you know, it's taking the internet by storm. So what went down is that basically... the other day, Jake Paul and his assistant, Zelly, and it was two other people that were also in the video. They came out to say that basically Meg was assaulted by FaZe Banks. And FaZe Banks is a really popular gamer. He has like 2 million subscribers. Like I said, like my youngest is like one of his biggest fans. And he's a pretty big guy. He's like 6'5", 200 and something pounds. Yes, honey. You know, we like him tall and thick. Anyways, so he said that he was so drunk, you know, he really didn't know if anything happened. And this girl is basically saying that when she saw FaZe Banks, he literally clotheslined her in the neck. This whole situation is crazy. I want y'all to go ahead and watch a small clip of them saying that Meg was assaulted by FaZe Banks.
We saw someone that we recognized because he is in our same work. And I didn't really know whether or not it was him at first because he has a girlfriend and he was making out with this other girl that I knew wasn't his girlfriend. So at first I was confused, but then I realized it was definitely him. He sort of clotheslined me and put their arm out in front of me and tried to like pull me into the place that they were, into his table. He like put his arm out and like went like this. And I was looking up at him and our faces were really close. And he sort of like was right here.
I feel like it was more extreme than
just,
I mean,
look at the bruise. He literally like dragged me by my neck.
Meg said that you like lost your breath.
Yeah,
right?
like he knocked the wind out of me and like he dragged me by my neck. I just know who he is because he's well known in our same community. Space, yeah. And I looked up at him and I realized immediately that it was Banks. And so I got away from him and went back to the people that I was with.
All right, so you guys just saw the video there with Meg, Erica, and Anthony, you know, calling themselves Spilling Tea. And we also see Jake Paul's twisted ass in the background as well. So anyways, once this video went viral, I think it has like over 12 million views, people started attacking FaZe and saying, you know, you're a woman beater and how dare you hit Meg? And FaZe is like, I don't even know what's going on. And then more tea was spilled, and basically they're saying that, you know, these guys from Team 10, which is Jake Paul's crew, they came over to FaZe and they basically spent $4,000 on liquor at their table getting FaZe drunk. And one of the guys that was with FaZe is one of his really good friends, Taylor Kniff. He came out on Twitter defending him. And also Alissa, who is now FaZe Banks' girlfriend, also came out defending him. But the crazy thing about Alissa is that she used to date Jake Paul. So it's just been a bunch of mess. And now the police are involved. The paparazzi's involved as well. And Alissa Violet is also calling out Jake Paul for basically abusing her as well. So this situation has just gotten messier and messier. I want you guys to go ahead and watch a few of these clips, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
Honestly, he did assault me a few times. If we never agreed on something or if something happened, he would spit in my face, and this has happened multiple times. He would like spit at like my feet, the ground that I walk on. He actually spit on Erica one time too, and she came into my room and talked to me about
how
it.
much shit this girl has on him, and we're sitting on a lot of shit, Jake. Like a lot of shit, and there's stuff that I know about you that if the rest of the world knew about you, they would never accept you again. They would hate you. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna hold back and I'm just gonna stick to the point of physically abusing people. You physically abused her. She has scars on her body from when he pushed her. Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so about 2 years ago in Arizona, me and the squad Team 10, me, Jake, Niels, and Alex Lange. And Niels can testify for this. He was there, Alex was there, everyone was there. It's on camera actually too, it's a video. We were filming a video and he had a part where he would like shove me into like this pricker bush or whatever, like with like thorns, like a cactus or whatever it was. So he pushed me way too hard. He even told the camera guy before he pushed me, he's like, yo, make sure you get this, it'll be funny. Pushes me, going, like, he could have just shoved me. He shoved me all the way into the bush. And see this, I don't know if you guys can see. This scar right here were from thorns and my entire arm was bleeding. My whole fucking hand, I had to dig out thorns. He was laughing the whole time. Niels was there. I was crying and like all this shit, and like he didn't give a Another time, he threw my phone. Niels was there too at this one too, and surprisingly enough, Alex Lange was there at this one too. When I was living in his apartment, he took my phone, threw it at the wall. We got into a fight. I ran upstairs. He dragged me down the stairs, and I actually have...
Yeah, that's been on your leg since I met you. Like,
this has been here for like 2 years, dude.
Now, I decided not to put this on YouTube. I just wanted to make a quick Twitter video and talk about this. I might cover this on YouTube. Jake Paul's assistant showed her bruised neck in 2 of Jake's videos that received over 9 million views. She also showed her bruised neck in Logan's vlog today, which received over 4 million views. Her bruised neck has been seen more than 20 million times on all the different videos on YouTube. In Logan's video today, if you zoom on the neck, you can see there's some type of sparkle or something like makeup. Roll it.
See this? Dang, so you're still a little purple and green.
Even a couple days after, yeah. Even a couple days after, yeah. Even a couple days after, yeah.
And in multiple different pictures, it seems like moles just end up disappearing, like it was covered up with makeup. Again, Jake Paul's assistant has shown her bruised neck to millions and millions of people. She has no reason to hide it, unless she was caught without the makeup on. Paparazzi were outside the Team 10 house today, and she purposely hid her neck from them. Roll it.
Megan, are you doing okay? So what happened? Like, FaZe just like came up to you in the club last night and clotheslined you?
I don't really want to talk about it.
You don't? Okay. Because I mean, like, you definitely should stand up. Like, if he tried to bully you or hit you or something like that. You say he was cheating on Alissa? Okay, well, thank you, Megan. Everybody hopes you get better. Have a good...
I believe that Team 10 faked this.
Get well soon, Meg.
All right, so you guys just saw some of those clips. And now a lot of folks are saying that, you know, this was all a lie. And if you look at Meg's neck, you can see sparkly glitter, showing that a lot of those bruises that Meg was talking about is makeup. And when the paparazzi went up to go confront Meg, she refused to show her neck. You know, so I guess I just want to speak on this whole situation. If you guys want like a complete breakdown, go watch Keemstar, because Keemstar has been following up with this story from day one. So first, let me start by saying Jake Paul to me is nothing more than somebody who has gotten caught up in this whole fame of being recognized and having, you know, these young people worship him. He has a lot of serious issues. And from what I've heard, the way he's treated his ex-girlfriends, the way he's treated other people, he has a very, very nasty disposition. And as soon as he's confronted about anything, all of a sudden he's just a kid. He's just trying to make it. No, bitch. In the real world, you're a grown-ass man, okay? Outside of the internet, you're a grown man. You're responsible for your actions. I feel like him, his assistant, and his crew came up with this plan to get back at Alissa in hopes of making Alissa break up with FaZe Banks, because the first thing they want to put out there on top of FaZe Banks assaulting this woman, Meg, is that they also claim that they saw FaZe Banks kissing another girl. So I think that they concocted this, put some drama in their relationship in hopes that Alissa and FaZe break up with each other, okay? So I've gotten that out the way. Jake Paul's an asshole. He's not to be trusted. Now, this is my issue with FaZe Banks. I sat and I watched his whole 30-minute video explaining his side of the story. He had his best girlfriend there and his homeboy. They were there to speak on his behalf as well. Then he also had Rice Gum there, who really didn't do shit but make stupid ass faces on the camera. But that's a whole nother video. And Alissa was also there as well. But one thing I do want to say about what FaZe was speaking about in his video is that I feel like there was no personal responsibility, okay? My thing is this. If I pay money for a table, especially in LA, tables are not cheap. There's no way some strange dudes that I don't know can just come and just chill at my damn table, regardless if you recognize me or not. You can't just come and bum rush my table, and then on top of that, you start buying my table drinks. I don't understand how you allow a stranger, you're a 25-year-old man, FaZe, okay? I don't understand how you allow a stranger that you don't know from a can of paint to take bottles of alcohol and literally pour this shit down your throat to the point where you are now saying that you feel like you were drugged. You know, it's one thing if he wanted to buy a bottle and he sent a bottle over and I opened the bottle and I poured my own drink. Okay, cool. But you're letting these guys that you don't know literally get you drunk to the point of blacking out. I just find it disturbing that people are just so comfortable just getting so drunk, you know, and he says that he has a high tolerance and he can drink and he remembers everything, and you know, and that might be the case, but there's never no reason to get that drunk, you know what I'm saying, with people that you don't know. You know, it's one thing if his friends bought him the drink, but these are people that he said he had never seen in his life, and then to find out that they're from Team 10, now it just makes everything seem even more crazy. And I do feel like maybe from what he's describing that he possibly was drugged. But again, you have to be aware of your surroundings, and especially when you're somebody who's well known and famous. I mean, what if it would have got to a point where they ended up, you know, taking you out of there and putting you in a bed with some strange girl, and then she woke up in the morning yelling rape? I mean, things like this really happen. So FaZe is a 25-year-old man. You have to take personal responsibility for who you allow around you and for, you know, what you drink and how much you drink. You know, now as far as Alissa now calling out Jake Paul, and I remember I watched her video when she broke up with Jake Paul, or actually when he dumped her and put her out the house. I watched that video about, you know, like back in June or something, and I know it got like millions of views. And you know, now she's coming out and she's talking about how he hit her and threw her in a prickly bush, and you know, he did all this, you know, sick shit to her. And while I don't condone abuse at all, and I, like I said, I think Jake Paul is an asshole, I also want to say that I feel like, Alissa, you put up with a lot of that stuff because of who he was. Like, let's keep it all the way real. The reason why a lot of these little white girls are dealing with Jake Paul and allowing Jake Paul to spit on them and hit them and treat them like trash is because he's Jake Paul. And a lot of y'all are hoping to become famous from being a Jake Pauler, from being a part of Team 10, from being around that lifestyle. The only reason why you broke up with him is literally because he put you out the house. You allowed this man to cheat on you. You cried about how you'd be downstairs and he'd be upstairs fucking groupies. And you put up with that for 2 years. Why? Because to you, the fame and notoriety was worth it. The disrespect was worth it. Him spitting on you, hitting you, and doing all types of trashy shit to you. You were willing to endure that because why? It came with fame, notoriety, and money. And the man helped you with your modeling career. You know what I'm saying? So I find it funny now that she wants to spill all the tea and all the abuse and say everything this man did to her. But you allowed that shit for years because of who he was. Like, let's not get it twisted. This was Jake. If this was trailer trash Jake Paul from the damn trailer park, your ass would have been out the same week. Like, hold up. Now, first of all, you ain't got shit, okay? Bitch, you're a fry cook at Bojangles. You're not about to sit here and spit on me, call me out my name, fuck other bitches, I'm out. But because it's Jake Paul who has millions of subscribers, he has, you know, all this money coming in, you were cool with that.
Are you done?
Get me down.
Are you done?
Get me down.
Ah, she's done.
And that's my issue with a lot of these girls who deal with these YouTube celebrities. And then afterwards, they want to, you know, splash all the tea and put out all the dirt. You know what I'm saying? It's like, for the most part, people knew that this guy was shitty. This is why a lot of people in the industry don't deal with him, from Disney to producers to writers. He has a horrible attitude, okay? But the sad part is that there's still thousands of young girls, you know, 18 and over, some possibly younger, who are willing to still be with Jake Paul, who are willing to sleep with him, all because they feel like Jake Paul has so much, you know, fame and notoriety that he can do something for their careers. Okay. A lot of people have taken this whole YouTube thing and they've turned it into legit businesses, and they're making legit money off of this, you know, and it's really sad that it's to the point now where YouTube is not the same. It's not about actually creating content and actually editing and actually coming up with like really cool skits and storylines and things like that. It's just all about watch my real life and my real life drama. That's all it's turned into. You know, these vlogging channels have totally gotten out of control with the things that they're involved in. It's like they have to do one thing. They have to do one outrageous stunt after another to top what they did the last time just to get views and money. So this whole situation is just insane. So to me, this entire situation is not only damn dickless, but damn disgusting. And the fact that 20-year-old Jake Paul, him and his crew would concoct this story is just really, really crazy, because somebody can really get in trouble with these allegations when you're talking about a grown man who's huge, supposedly physically assaulting this white woman. You know what I'm saying? And to me, there's so many holes in their story. It just makes no sense whatsoever. And the fact that they would even concoct this story against FaZe Banks says a lot about Jake Paul and shows that he's willing to do anything for fame, notoriety, and subscribers. And I'm glad that a lot of subscribers are now waking up and realizing that his antics are not just jokes. They're not just pranks. They're not just something that's on YouTube. His antics are now affecting real people in the real world. And I'm glad that he's losing his subscriber count. He went from having 10 million subscribers to losing over 1 million overnight. So many people unsubscribed to Jake Paul. And I think he needs to grow the fuck up, because he's going to mess with the wrong person. Okay, everybody doesn't understand this whole YouTube community thing. You're going to mess with the wrong person in the real world, and they're going to knock your ass smooth the hell out, okay? Because for some reason, you haven't misconstrued that you're still 15. You're a grown-ass man. So Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and the whole Team 10 house, they need to reevaluate their strategy and really see if what they're doing is worth it. Because in a moment, they're going to end up getting arrested and criminal records, because everything they've been doing thus far has been borderline criminal. But they get away with it because they're young white boys. And the media wants to keep portraying them as teenagers, even though they're grown-ass men. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like button. And make sure you click that bell so you can be down with the notification squad, honey. And last but not least, please realize that YouTube no longer supports this channel. You know what I'm saying? So to continue to support me and everything I do here on this channel, please make sure to join my Patreon or my PayPal. You guys can donate as little as $1 a month if you guys want me to keep cranking out these videos. I need support from viewers like you all. I enjoy making content. I enjoy speaking my truth as I see it, and I'm not going to allow YouTube or anybody to stop me from making videos. So please continue to support this channel. All of those links will be down below. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right. Deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.